Let's see here. Nobody on yet. Edmund, good morning. Good to see you. How was your weekend, buddy? You seem to be a little slow on here so far today. Nobody jumping on. Hopefully the notifications are going out. Guess I gotta be patient. Nathan, what up, brother? Good morning. Oh, I bet it's cold up in New York. It actually warmed up down here, which is nice. It's back up to, was back up to 80-ish yesterday. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Taylor, good morning. Do you believe in God? I don't know. Tell me, Taylor. I do. Let's see here. So it's Monday, leg day. Had a good leg day after straining my back a little last week. It's still sore, but I didn't do any supersets today. I was pretty smart with what I did. Good morning, guys. But felt good. That's good. That's what I care about. Nathan says, cheeks are sore, shoulders are capped. Everything is good. Oh, I'm envious of those capped shoulders. I miss those days. The back's doing pretty good, Nathan. I got a really good massage on Friday. Still had to rely on a little Advil this weekend, but I've been real smart with my movements. So I've still been able to get good workouts. It's getting better. Kenny Powers in the house. Oh my God, I love Kenny Powers. Kenny, good to have you on here. You're fucking out, I'm fucking in. Excuse my language. Nathan, the BBC 157 is in there every day. That's probably, unfortunately, I feel like that might be a lifelong commitment for me now, because it seems that now the two times that I've done it and stopped it, it seems like when you stop, either it's just bad luck or I've gotten hurt both times that I stopped. So, but the TB500 I used last time when I fucked up my back, and I recovered really fast from that. I recovered in like 2 weeks. So, yeah, there's a lot that went into that last time. What I did this time was, I think primarily muscular, so I didn't think I needed to bring in the TB500 again. The issue with all this stuff, Nathan, as I'm sure you guys know, is that it's all relatively expensive to do it the right way. And I care a lot more about that kind of stuff now with not having a Blackstone Labs salary anymore, So, when I had a full-time, successful business where I was paying myself a good salary, I had no problem dumping money into my body without even thinking about it. But, now I don't. And so, I'm real strategic with where my money goes with the baby coming and whatnot. So all of these extra things, they They start adding up on the bills, that's for sure. Anyway, what do we got going on here today? Mark Dog, good morning. Any predictions for the Arnold? So the main prediction that I have is that Samson's going to win. I think that's your safe bet. Brogan, Redecker, yes, I certainly am. Tanya, good morning, home girl. Yes, I am on a treadmill, cardio Q&A. If you've never been here before, you can ask me anything. And I will do my best to answer it. Carson Gilmore, what's going on? Taylor Murner says, God is the light and the king. I agree. What else we got in here? Todd Johnson says, what up, brother? Congratulations on the baby. Hey, thank you. Speaking of the baby, today we're going, we have 11 o'clock. So after I get off here, I'll go and shower. We're going to the imaging place today this is one of the final, big, I guess, appointments. But with the technology they have now, they have 3D imaging. So the first time we went, the baby wasn't cooperating. He was upside down and backwards, so we couldn't really see anything. So we're hoping that today we get to see a lot. I have friends that have done this already, and they've brought back the images where you can pretty much see the baby's face. It's so cool. The technology is amazing, so excited for that. Hopefully he's cooperating today. Let's see, Badabuko says, what kind of monster would you create if you trained Carl Weathers in his prime? What genetics? I know. Talk about, you want to talk about aesthetics. Woo! Now there's a guy with an aesthetically pleasing physique. Wowza. Let's see, is the beanie from Temu, what is it, a G gift? So one of these beanies, I don't know if it's this one. Let me see. Actually, might be this one. I don't know if it's this one. The tag is worn off. One of these gray ones came back from the prison with me. It's got that sentimental value of a place that I cherish. If that's not sarcasm. The rest of them are wherever you can get them cheapest. Why spend expensive money on a beanie, right? Luke, good morning. Yup, we do have a name chosen for the baby. Marissa is very private about that stuff, so I haven't said it. I may have told a couple of my really close friends accidentally. Bean Smasher, good morning. Vasya, good morning. So yeah, we're excited. We got that going on today. That's the main thing we got going on today. I don't know if any of you guys have seen what I'm talking about with the 3D imaging, but it's really cool, man. It's a lot different than an ultrasound, where you just kind of see the two-dimensional thing. They have 3D, 4D. It's crazy. Nathan, my brother. Yeah, so, that's my favorite spot. And, I've posted that place a couple times. The owner has DM'd me hey man, you should come in sometime. So Saturday, we figured, UFC was over early. And we figured we'd have a little mini date night, We're not going to have too many date nights left before the baby comes. Got to get them in now. Our lives are about to change quite a bit. But it was good. They make homemade gelato in there too. It was a delicious time. I watched a really cool movie yesterday, guys. I watched a trippy, cool horror movie. If you guys want a good flick, it's called Infinity Pool. Definitely a good one. It was very weird and trippy. One of the weirder but cooler movies I've seen in quite some time. Give it the 2 thumbs up. You can find it on Amazon Prime. Mark Dog, yeah, man, it's super cool. The first time we went, we couldn't see anything. So I'm really hoping this time. I mean, listen, if I can't see it, it's not going to ruin my day. But it's just the technology is so neat. So neat. They don't let you film in any of these places. I don't know how these YouTubers that have gotten this stuff, they must have some sort of side deal payment worked out, because they have big signs that said no filming when you go in there. My dumbass tried to push it. As soon as I took my camera out, they were like, you can't film in here. I was like, okay, no problem. Nathan, I think they're all insane also due to cabin fever. I'm looking forward for season 3. Comes out on Valentine's Day. Looking forward to it. I don't know where they're going to go with it at this point, but I'm looking forward to it. I enjoy that one quite a bit. I finished, what else did we finish? On Netflix, we finished The Recruit. The Recruit, guys, that's a major 2 thumbs up. If you guys haven't watched The Recruit, that's one of the best series I've watched in a long time. Very, very funny. Great action, but very, very funny as well. I think we're going to do Landman next. Yeah, a lot of people have said how good Landman is. I've heard Landman's like one of the best shows on TV, so we're going to probably jump on that next. Yeah, I watched a few movies this weekend. What did I watch? I watched The Order, was pretty good, with Jude Law, based on a true story. Little white supremacy action. Switched it up a little bit. What else did I watch this weekend? What is my take on CrossFit? I never had an issue as long as you're doing something to work out. I prefer bodybuilding training, but kudos to CrossFit also. I am in the same boat as you on that one, Badabuko. So, you know, I would say this. I've probably, like, not picked on, but made fun of plenty of CrossFitters before, only because of to me, when CrossFit first came out, it was kind of like when pickleball got big, where it became like the cool thing to do, to be a CrossFitter, dress like a CrossFitter, say that you're a CrossFitter. I made fun of that aspect of it, which I'm doing the same thing now with pickleball. I see all these chicks in their little pickleball outfits. Now, bodybuilding just never, I guess because it's such a strange subculture, it never became a cool clicky thing where people were in like bodybuilding cliques, I guess because it's such a strange, individual, weird sport. So they may make fun of us like that, but I will say that most of the CrossFit athletes that I know are total badasses. And the first one that comes to mind is Kristen Graham. Chris Benoit today. How many different wrestlers have I been compared to on this Q&A? It's hilarious. I've been Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit today. There's still tons of CrossFit gyms in Florida, tons. My man Luke says, just watched Gladiator 2, was actually kind of disappointed, also random, but no one was in shape for that movie, so weird. I enjoyed Gladiator 2, personally. I thought it was a very good movie. I didn't compare it to the first one, but I did like the fact that he was Maximus's son. I thought that was a great way to take that story and carry it on. Denzel Washington looked extremely Ozempic in that movie. He Ozempic'd out for that movie. But I thought it was pretty good. It seems a lot of people said that they didn't like the second Gladiator. In fact, it made me not watch it for so long because so many people said it wasn't good, but I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, as far as people being in shape. People being in good shape in Hollywood has pretty much died out. Unfortunately, you would think there's so many more fit people now, but there's less fit action stars. And I think most of your good actors are really like liberal, cheesy, Juilliard performed, actors. That's just the way it is. They're all British. They went to the fancy schools. There's not really, your American badass guys that are in good shape that you see in the movies like you did when you had Stallone and those guys, Carl Weathers. But I enjoyed the movie. Yes, Chris Benoit is definitely a new one, Nathan High. We've gotten Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle. Who else have I gotten in here? I'm forgetting a few. Yeah, Knock Knock was a good one, Broken Board. If you guys haven't seen Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves, that's a good one. Two girls show up at his house, stranded, and they take him for a wild ride. Yes, they do. That one girl in that movie is super hot. Anna de Armas, I love her. Brandon Rogers, good morning. So I was telling the guys, Brandon Rogers, I don't know if you were on earlier. I was telling everybody today I'm going with Marissa after this cardio, quick shower, to the imaging center. Checkup, little baby checkup, and this is the fancy one where they do the super fancy, 3D shit, excuse my language, where you can really see the baby. So I'm hoping that we get to see this time. Yes, the brunette chick in that movie was married to Eli Roth. She was in all his movies. She was in every Eli Roth movie. Green Inferno. I gotta step up my hydration today. I can feel I'm not hydrated the right way today. I got lazy with my hydration yesterday. That cookie spot looked legit. Watched YouTube with my daughter and she went to Spot's Kick. Oh, that's awesome, Badabuko. Thank you. Those guys are such good guys. They're such good guys. Thank you, Brandon Rogers. Yeah, we're excited. Tater Tot, has anyone ever told me that you look like Booker T? No, I'll take the Booker T comment. The only time anyone ever told me that I look like Booker T, I was with this girl and I took my pants off. We were in the bedroom. I took my pants off. I took my underwear off and she said, holy shit, you remind me of Booker T. That was the only time, but I'll take it. Mancini says, how are the dogs? The dogs are doing better, thank you. They both took healthy poops right before we did this cardio Q&A. I'm happy about that. Now that they've had expensive vet visits that have told us nothing. 9 times out of 10, you go to the vet, they charge you a bunch of money, and they send you out of there like scratching your head. As long as the babies are all right, that's what matters. They're here hanging out right now, actually watching. So what else is going on, guys? What else are we going to talk about today? There's a lot going on. A number of people have reached out to me, sending me funny liberal crying stuff on social media, which I appreciate. There was a great edit. I couldn't help but repost it last week that Transformix did with Selena Gomez, edited with Jason Genova, the crying one. It was so funny. Did anyone say you look like Jeff from Curb Your Enthusiasm in prison, out of shape? No, I didn't get Jeff. I got Brock Lesnar a lot in prison. Quite a bit, actually. Because you got to remember, my out of shape, which is, gross for bodybuilding, standards, is still better than, the majority of people that you're going to see in prison, with exception to the little skinny guys that do millions of pull-ups and burpees. So, I lost the bodybuilding physique, and I kind of, I morphed into like a pro strongman looking guy. I'll have to check it out, Mancini. I get a kick out of that stuff. I saw a funny post the other day that said that they did a study that owning dogs reduces your chance of dementia by like 42%. Owning cats, 0, which is just hysterical when you read into actually the specifics of the test. Jennifer, 1992, good morning. Nathan says, seeing as we are in the season of PSYOPs, it's hard to pinpoint the latest shit going on. I'd say the immigration process in LA, closing down the freeways. Yes, there is a lot going on right now. How come your gym videos get so few views? Algorithm/keyword search. Can someone help boost them perhaps? So I've heard a bunch of different things on this. I've heard that the length of them is not good. I've heard that doing these cardio Q&As every day, for 45 minutes to an hour, I've heard that this is killing it. But to be honest with you, this is the main thing that I got going on right now, is doing these cardio Q&As. So I suppose that I could not repost them, maybe. I don't know. I could just close them out after. But yeah, I've noticed that the videos have gotten progressively worse, not better, as far as views. Jimmy Ray? I don't know Jimmy Ray. Who's Jimmy Ray? Who's Jimmy Ray? Tell me, Bolshoi. Did the prison guards follow your workout advice and make gains while you're there? Actually, yes, they did. The one cool thing about where I was at was that even though the female guards were angry, fat, very, very big, angry, fat black lesbians, the actual male guards were all into working out, including the head counselor in my building, Big E. He was a monster. Dude was built like freaking Ronnie Coleman. Those guys were all really into working out, so there was a nice mix of love and hate. Mancini, I've had cats my whole life too. Jack was my first dog, actually. We had a little family dog when I was a kid, but that didn't last long. Tanya says, we've been in the season of PSYOPs for years. Yeah, I can't say I don't agree with that. Okay, Nikak, I will not remove them. How would Lord Vader do in prison? Oh, my Lord. I'll tell you one thing. He never would have made it through the program that I was in. Whew. He would not have made it through the program. It would have been funny to see him in there, though. I would have got a kick out of that. Let's see. Which states have I not visited in the USA? Let me see. I have not been to North or South Dakota. I have not been to Arkansas. I have not been to Montana. I've actually not been to. I've not been to Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin area. You'd think I'd be up there, go to Green Bay for a football game, but I haven't. I've been to a lot of places for football and bodybuilding. So places where there's bodybuilding shows and football stadiums I've been to. I went to a Jets game in Detroit, so I've been in Michigan. I've been as far as the East Coast. Starting from Florida, I've been everywhere all the way up to, I actually haven't been to Maine. Have not been to Maine. So I've been to, if I wrap around the country, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas. I have not been to Arkansas, definitely. Did I already say that? Then I start going back through the middle. Oregon, Idaho, Kansas, Kentucky. You know what? I have not been to Kansas, actually, either. Have not been to Hawaii. Definitely haven't been to Hawaii. I've been to quite a few of them, though, guys. There's plenty that I don't think I need to be in again. I don't think I ever need to really go to West Virginia again. Do you think a 40-pound weight vest during battle ropes training is effective? Yes, I think that's probably very challenging. Any basic skincare advice for the gentleman in this chat? So I've always been on top of my skincare since high school. I've always, as soon as I get out of the shower, I use Lubriderm on my entire body. Now I'll tell you, when I was in prison, the water was so hard. Badabuko, I say do it if you can do it. When I was in prison, the water was so hard that when you would get out, between the chlorine and everything else that was in it, my skin would be like red and flaking off. So I literally put hydrocortisone on my face every day while I was in prison. And honestly, my skin coming out looked really good. So when I got home, though, and I got back into the house, I started having a lot of issues around my eyes, getting hives from the cats, being allergic to the cats. But going into the dermatologist, they said I had some rosacea. So they actually gave me this like medroxanol cream, which I suppose is like an anti-inflammatory cream for the redness from the rosacea. So I put that on my face twice a day. I use a serum. I use a list of things that the dermatologist suggested for my face. And I use this stuff under my eyes, this caffeine eye cream that tightens up the bags under your eyes. I actually don't have it on that yet now. But yeah, man, you take care of your skin. It's a lot of cells to look for, to worry about there. Actually, Mancini, there were more than one guard that looked like Baby D from Friday. Name 5 gay men band members, singers in the music industry, dead or alive. 5 openly gay, or are we going with who I think is closet gay? Badabuko, you know what, man? Every time I start to feel stronger and get stronger and push myself, it seems like I tweak something, and it reminds me why I shouldn't. So I get where you're at with that. Let's see, Bolshoi, which diet, cardio, and training programs you'll recommend for a cat to lose weight? Should do more keto. For a cat, like an actual feline, or just like a cat, like slang? We're talking about these cats. I'm not missing anything in Kansas? Okay, that's good to know. Bon Jovi, Living in Sin, or Aerosmith, Janie's Got a Gun. Janie's got a gun. I think that's a good Aerosmith song. We'll go with Aerosmith there. Let's see, Lionel and Diana. My Endless Love. Or Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes. Love lift us up where we belong. My Endless Love. Or Love lift us up where we belong. I think I'm going with My Endless Love on that one. That's a classic. Today's lineup: Christy Canyon, Tori Wells, Keisha, Diana Lauren. Hey, did you see that Christy Canyon's been back in action, Badabuco? Back in action. I've seen a couple of the more recent ones. I'm going to go, for me, number one, Christy, number one, Diana Lauren, number two. Probably going Tori Wells, 3, Keisha, 4. Openly gay. I don't know. Are there a lot of openly gay band members? Oh, the animal cat. Well, I think cats eat a relatively high-fat diet, right? Bolshoi Kush, Beach Boys. Round, round, get around. I get around, yeah, get around. Woo, I get around. Or Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire. Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire. I think I got to go with Jerry Lee Lewis on that one. God bless him. He was a crazy mofo, wasn't he? He was a crazy mofo. What would he do in today's world? Petition to bring back cat as a term for some guy? I think I'm with it. I'm with it, Tanya. I had a cat that was so fat. My cat Tater was so fat. If you guys remember that cat, Tater found a good home. Hopefully she's losing weight. Conjugal visits are a thing of the past, Castillo's day. In the federal prison, there's no federal prison in the United States that does that. I don't think they do them in state prisons either. That's old school stuff. And I'll tell you, visitations, as nice as it may be to see your family, in the federal prison, it's nothing like what you would think it is. When you see, you see these things in movies and TV about visitation, guys getting hand jobs and whatnot. Let me tell you something. In the federal prison, you're not even allowed to touch each other. We got yelled at for holding hands. You can't sit next to each other. You got to face each other with a little table thing in between you. You get one hug and kiss when they get there, and a hug and kiss when they leave. There was an outside spot where you could go outside and get some fresh air and walk around. You know, depending on who was working, sometimes you'd be able to hold hands. But for me, being a white guy, any of the black guards were working, they'd come right over and be like, get your hand off her. The women too, you want us to cancel? No, no, no. No, no, no. Let's see. Bolshoi, Boy George. Oh, well, of course, yes, Boy George, George Michael. I guess I was thinking more of like guitar players and guys like that. Yes, yes, yes. Of course. Let's see here. How to be nice guy syndrome, dating and approaching chicks. I mean, I don't think you should ever change who you are just for the sake of impressing or hooking up with a chick. That being said, when you're overly nice to them, I've seen a lot of those guys getting taken advantage of too. You got to find that happy medium. A lot of the really, really, really nice guys I know, they just do too much right out the gate, and they get walked over by girls, unfortunately. Hartman says, stop walking. I can't hear you. I gotta walk. I gotta do my cardio Q&A. That's what it is. Stone Temple Pilots, STP, Sour Girl, good song, or Nine Inch Nails, Closer. That's to me, that's probably Nine Inch Nails' most famous song. Keith Caputo of Life of Agony was trans before it was cool. Wow. It certainly became the cool thing to do to be trans for a while. Bolshoi says, nice guy gets you in the friend zone. A lot of times that is accurate. Watched more clips of Berto Fox, dude. Called people sissy homos and said, you can't bench 225, wanted to judge me. It was real. I love it. I love it. Tanya says, guys, just be a person you have to want to be friends with a girl before you can have a relationship. It really just depends on what you're trying to do, guys. If you're trying to just bang or you're trying to get into a relationship. For me, I didn't want to have a relationship pretty much for all of my 30s. So I was really straightforward. I'm not going to date you. You want to have a fun time, I'm your guy. I'll rock your world. That's just the way it's going to be. And I had a lot of success for a long time. But I shot my shot all the time, you know? So you always miss the shots that you don't take. That's what I used to tell people. My friends used to be like, yo, PJ, we need you to go talk to those girls. And I was always the guy that would go and do that in the club. But, you know, if you're not doing that, you're never going to know. Chris B, yes, when I'm done with probation, I'm allowed to go back to Blackstone. Until then, the government won't let me. You ready? Huh? Okay, whatever. Yeah. Whatever's good for you. Okay. Thanks, man. Tanya says there's plenty of girls who don't want a relationship. Yes, especially in today's world, guys. Woo. All these independent women out there on OnlyFans. Let's see, Bolshoi says, Dinosaur Jr., over it, or Jane's Addiction just because. I like Jane's Addiction. Actually, speaking of gay, wasn't he gay, Bolshoi? He seemed pretty gay, that's for sure. Why do you think young people in USA don't get married? I don't know, it's a weird world that we live in. That being said, now that I've gone through everything I've been through, I don't think that anyone should get married before the age of 30, especially if you haven't lived on your own for a while, because there's a lot of growing up and life lessons to go through before you really figure out what you as a person really want. And then you also have to deal with the person that you're dating and getting serious with, even knowing who they are. And I'll tell you, men mature a lot slower than girls. They really do. I've seen men, you know, take until they're 40 years old, really, to act like a normal adult. In their 20s, just doing crazy shit. Bolshoi says David Navarro and Perry are not gays. How about that? How about that? Just extremely liberal. Michael Ducati, good morning. Did you hear the story of the OnlyFans girl that fell off the balcony during a video? No, what happened to her? Yeah, sad, very sad how high the divorce rate is here. Do I buy and use local honey? No, I can't say that I have. I can't say that I've really used too much honey these days. Do I use the Yuka nutrition app? No, I never heard of it. What is it? She died, huh? I haven't seen that. No, I'll have to look into that. I saw that the Captain America new movie went woke. I can't say that I'm surprised. Queensryche, Silent Lucidity, good song. Or Guns N' Roses, Patience. Definitely Patience. Definitely Patience. I love Guns N' Roses. Man, I remember when I was a kid, I'm talking like 8th, 9th, 10th grade, Appetite for Destruction, man, that was, we loved that album. Oh, Disney is super woke. We know that. Super woke. UK is great. You can scan any barcode in food, shampoos, body wash, drinks at a store, and it'll give you a rating out of 100 and tell you any bad ingredients. Wow, cool. That is cool. Badabuko, all you need is 5 grams of creatine. I don't think that more than that is necessary. In fact, they keep doing more and more study that show that you don't need a loading phase. I have seen that there are some people now talking about different benefits to creatine, cognitive, for instance, in slightly higher doses, but 5 grams of creatine monohydrate is the way to go. Is the way to go. All of the best data seems to be at that dose, and there's a lot of it, years of it. No, I think that, 20 grams of creatine, if you worked your way up to it, to me, I think you'd have a lot of gastrointestinal issues with that high of a dose of creatine. Yesterday I went to the store to one of my favorite board games called Candyland. Went well too. Oh no, I remember Candyland. That was a fun one. All right, guys, I'm gonna start popping off here in a minute. Getting ready to go and get showered up for this big doctor's appointment today. To see the video, we're excited about it. I appreciate you guys coming on here today. You want to watch a cool movie, guys? Infinity Pool. Very trippy. Very, very trippy. Whew. Yucca sounds pretty life-changing. I will have to look into it. Sounds pretty cool. I'll have to check it out after I get off here. Imagine you, Marissa, your son, Mom are on Titanic. Ship goes down an ocean, you'll have a boat, and you can only save one person. Who will you save and why? Oh man. I think most people say they're gonna save their baby, right? That's what they always say. I don't think my mom would save me. No way. I don't think so. Thank you, Badabuka. I appreciate it. We're excited. Yeah, thank you for saying that. What exercise do you recommend for someone with a large belly button hernia? Well, I recommend that you get that hernia fixed, to be honest with you. Ducati, yeah, I'm sensitive to creatine. There's no way I could do more than 5 grams. Zionic, no worries, brother. Good to see you on here. I'm about to get off, too. Of course, we'll be on every day for the rest of this week. Been sipping on my Rocket Pop Aminos. Delicious. Delicious. Oh, you know I'm watching out for those chemtrails. Absolutely. Whew. All right, guys. Thank you all for doing this with me. God bless you guys. I'll be back. Same fun time, same fun place tomorrow. Do I plan to participate in America's Got Talent? You can win with your impressions and gain more followers. How do I get a tryout, Bolshoi? I need a tryout. I'd love to go on there. But I think I would only have success on America's Got Talent, Bolshoi, if you were sitting in the crowd calling out songs for me to just randomly sing. Mancini, they're absolutely, they're there for you, ready to go. Look today, for sure. You can even call the call center. I promise. I've been paying attention over here in my not allowed to work land. All right, guys, that's it. I love you all. God bless you all. Peace out. Bye.